Yours to connect you to your purpose. I'm focused on. Hi, this is Adelai Brown, your heart coach. We're getting ready to get started. Make sure you like the video and subscribe. All right. We are back. It is 12:34, and you are tuned into Heart Connections with your heart coach, Adelai Brown, on kinetichifi.com. Did you guys enjoy our midday mix? I know I did. It was awesome. I was going through the years, and we like to party. We had to take that back. And of course, Beanie Man and Maya, I will take the sky. Okay, I'll save y'all. But for those of you who were dancing to that back when I was back in the day, I know that was very refreshing for you. You can thank me. You're welcome. I know you're thanking me. You're welcome. All right, we're talking about love. This is the talk portion of our show. This is where we renew our minds and restore our hearts. I'm so thankful, so excited about today's topic because I feel like so many people are confused about what love is and what love is not. So we've talked about what love is. We've talked about the 7 different types of love. And now we're going to talk about what love is not. One of the things I think that a lot of people confused for love is lust. And lust is a very strong sexual desire for someone, or to feel a strong desire for something, to crave it, to covet it, to want it. And the thing about it is it's a very strong desire, but that's it, or a passionate desire for something, but it's empty. Once you get that thing, that's it. It's done. And we want more. We desire to be loved. We desire to be connected. As humans, we need to be loved. God is love. God is love, and we are his creation. So we need to be loved. But what we need to understand is that just because you are heavily attracted to someone does not mean that you love them. For my adults, I know a lot of people who are caught up in negative, bad relationships because the sex is good. There's no commitment. There's no trust. There is no building. There's no marriage, but the sex is good. That's lust. That's not love. That's a very strong sexual desire. When you think about someone and all that they can do for you, and that's the only thing that you're focused on, you don't really care much about how you can serve them and how you can love them, or you notice that they're not they don't care that much about you and those things. I want you to take a step back and look at that relationship and tell me, is that really love or is that lust? Many of us are going through struggles right now in life because we are confused about where we are in our relationships. A lot of people are making commitments. We are making permanent commitments in temporary relationships and circumstances. These people do not mean to be with you. You are a source of comfort. You are a source of protection. But a lot of people are looking for love. They're looking for affirmation. They're looking for commitment. And you are not going to get that in this world the way that it is. The world will tell you, if you get more of this, get a bigger house, get a bigger car, get more degrees, have this amount of children, don't have this amount of children, make sure you travel. If you wear these clothes, you'll be happy. If you take this pill, you'll be better. All of those things are pacifiers when you think about what true love does to us. Love consoles us. Love keeps us calm. I need you to think about that when you think about your life right now. I need you to think about that when you think about what's going on in your life and where you are right now. What is God doing in your life? What is God doing in your life? Like what areas are you lusting in? What areas do you notice that you have things going on in your life that they may look like love, but they're imposters of love? And you may be like, well, I don't know if it's imposter of love. I don't know if I've ever known true love. I'm going to read to you First Corinthians chapter 13, just a few verses of it, because it talks about what love is. And when I read this for the first time, this thing really touched my soul. First Corinthians 13 says, if I speak in tongues of men or of angels, but do not have love, I am only a resounding gong or a clanging cymbal. If I have the gift of prophecy and can fathom all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have a faith that can move mountains, but do not have love, I am nothing. If I give all I possess to the poor and give over my body to hardship that I may boast, but do not have love, I gain nothing. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always preserves. Love never fails. But where there are prophecies, they will cease. Where there are tongues, they will be stilled. Where there is knowledge, it will pass away. Oh man, that's powerful. So we're talking right now about what love is not. Love is anything contrary. Love is not anything contrary to what we just talked about love being. If you're not if it's not patient with you, if it's not kind, if you find yourself constantly in envious situations, if you always are boasting about something or around people who are constantly boasting, you may need to reconsider, is this really love? And I want to start because a lot of people are so committed to friendships. You're committed to your friends you had in first grade and the people you went to Sunday school with. And these are your cousins and your family is a close-knit family and y'all have to stick together. Let me tell you something. You can love people, but you can also love them from a distance. You don't have to be in toxic relationships for the sake of love because a lot of times it's not love. It's manipulation. It's control. It's it is deceitfulness and cunning, being very cunning. It's Machiavellian, the word we learned on yesterday. Very deceitful, very cunning, and it's in the name of love. And let me tell you something, there are a lot of children out there, husbands and wives who are dealing with spouses. Your wife is vindictive and envious and jealous and boastful and always failing you. Your husband may not be may always be keeping a record of everything you do wrong and always proud about something and always dishonoring you. Let me tell you something. I'm not saying you need to throw them out, but I am saying you need to shift your focus back to God because that is not love. And if you want to get true love, if you want to feel true love, then you need to draw nearer to God and he'll draw nearer to you. Read his word. Like I just read First Corinthians 13. I don't care who you are. That's the New International Version, the NIV version. That can be a blessing to you. It's telling you you can give all your clothes to the poor and you can boast over your hardships. You can have a faith that can move mountains. But if you're not doing it in love, if you're not doing it with a deep affection for, where you're willing to lay down and sacrifice yourself and you're not doing it so people can think you look good or people can think highly of you. You're doing it because you genuinely care in your heart. That's why the Lord judges us by the quality of our heart. He does not go by our actions. He goes by our hearts. He has to because we get it wrong all the time. And I find so many people, I'm in love with him. No, you're not. You're in love with how he made you feel. And the only reason you're in love with how he made you feel is because it made you forget how you really feel. But that's only for a small moment. And you go back to being depressed or frustrated or feeling like less than or not worthy, low self esteem. That never changes. Always feeling like people are getting over on you, or you're always the one that's always getting taken advantage of, or you're the one that you always have to fight and defend yourself. A lot of times we're in those situations because we have shut love out. Love is not controlling. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love is not manipulative. A lot of people manipulate. I know a lot of parents who manipulate their children with guilt. A lot of people do things like that. Oh, well, if you love me, you do this. And oh, well, I'm your mama. You should at least, oh, you can't do that for your daddy. No, let's not do that. That's not love. That's manipulation. And then we teach people that that is love, and we wonder why relationships are so toxic and life is so difficult to live sometimes. So we have to get clear about what we're doing and where we are when it comes to love and what love is not. Don't get caught up in lust. Just because you have a sensual appetite for something. Ooh, he fine. Ooh, girl, he looks good. Be careful. Everything that glitters is not gold. We have to be careful. Read 1 Corinthians 13. Let that thing sit on you. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It's not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects. It always trusts. It always hopes. It always perseveres. I'm not always in love. And as I read that list, I don't always treat my husband and children that good. That's why I'm so glad that God is good. Because I do sometimes, I know sometimes I seek self. And I know I keep record of wrong sometimes. And I have to do better with that. That's not love. It's clear. That's not love. And I don't care how much I can try to justify it and say, well, I just do that because I love them. Well, I need to find a better way to do it. I need to find a more acceptable way to do it. That's what we have to think about. What love is not. We have to make sure we are no longer connected with that. I used to be in toxic relationships. I'm talking super toxic relationships, and I did it all in the name of love, and I was dying on the inside. We don't have time for that. We do not have time for that. It is time for us to get clear on what love is so that we can love clearly. So we're not manipulated in our love, so that we can express ourselves without limits, without walls, without boundaries, so that God can live in and through us in a way that not only transforms our lives, but transforms the world. But if we think just because we want to jump into bed with somebody because we're so attracted to them or because we just want something so bad that that's a love for it, no, it's not. It's a lust and it's deceitful and it can kill you. Remember, everything that glitters is not gold. Fool's gold glitters, but it's fool's gold. And let's make sure you're not living a life chasing after building your treasures and building your future on fool's gold. Think about it. What love is not. This has been Heart Talk with your heart coach, Adelai Brown, on your community station with international inspiration, kinetichifi.com. We're talking about what love is and what love isn't. And I just thought it would be fitting because some of those scriptures right there from 1 Corinthians 13 are in this song. Tell him. Come on, Lauren. Tell us what love is right here on Heart Connections and Kinetic High Five. Make sure you pre-order your copy of the book, Help Save Me from My Broken Heart, at theheartconnections.com. All right, all right, all right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and checking it out. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, to my station, and like and share the video. Love you. We'll be back later.